We're going to show you how to work a stay with the dog that keeps popping up or jumping up. Usually when I'm working a stay or teaching it in the beginning, I'm not worrying about the sit, the down, the stand, whatever the position is. I just want them to stay in one spot. And right now we're going to use this bench to make sure that he knows exactly where to be. So we're going to start him over. I'm going to get him off of here. And all I'm going to do is guide him on there and reward him when he's on there. Good boy. He knows his marker words already, so he knows good boy means keep doing what you're doing, and that break is his release word. So all I'm going to do is make sure to reinforce that, good boy. So as long as he stays on there, good boy, I'm going to keep paying you, and I'm going to make sure that I pay a lot on here, and then he's only released when I release him. So if he tries to jump off or starts inching off, I'm either going to hold him tight with the leash where he physically can't, or block him with my body. For you, if you're first practicing this, you're probably going to not catch your dog every single time. So in the case where they jump off, you just bring them back on and then kind of reset what you're doing. So right now, since it's brand new to him, we're going to just see what he gives us. Break. And when I tell him break, I'm moving backwards a little bit just to make sure that he's a little more motivated to jump off, because if your dog doesn't know what that means and you just say it and you just stand there, most likely they're not just going to jump off. Break. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. And if your dog is one that jumps off a lot or gets distracted while they're holding a position, I would make sure that you're paying a lot more for them holding where they're at, and like a smaller reward when you release them. Because if you have a big reward when you release them, or they're going to look more forward to that versus holding this position here. I'm going to make this look way more valuable than the release. So basically I'm giving him small handfuls on here, and when I release him off, I'm just giving him one piece. Good boy. Break. So he's doing pretty good on this platform because it's very clear for where the dog is when you're using an elevated platform like this versus putting him on a sit or a down on the ground. When they're on the ground, they're more likely to pop up. That's why I'm using this almost like a little training tool, and later on we're going to take it out. Good boy. There's also 3 dogs around, so that's also how I know he's engaged. He's able to do this while there's dogs walking around. Some dogs, they're not going to be able to do this if you haven't practiced this yet. So for you, just start in an easy environment first. That might be inside the house. All right, so he's looking at a dog that's walking by. Good boy. Break. So usually for me, I like to release when the dog gives me eye contact, but if your dog really can't hold a position, then I would be rewarding really quickly like this, like good boy, good boy, good boy, and then releasing them off right away. But for him, since he's decently engaged, I'm waiting for the eye contact before I release him. Break. Cool. So you see how he's like jumping on there by himself. I'm not like guiding him with the food. I'm not telling him anything. So this is a good sign where I want to take it up to the next level. So instead of him just being right here and I'm just standing in front of him like this, I'm going to show him a little bit of distance. I'm just going to take one step away. Good boy. And I'm going to come back and reward. So the key thing when you're working on distance, you want to say the good boy from far away, then come back and reward. This is so the dog knows that when you say that, they still need to hold the position and you're going to come back and deliver the food. Good boy. Break. So in the beginning, when I was just paying him being in front of him, that's like me working on his duration. He's holding this position while I'm just staying right here and I'm rewarding him over and over again. So I'm going to just show you an example of that again. Good boy. Good boy. So this is me paying him for holding it for longer, aka duration, without adding any distance to it. Good boy. Break. And now when we switch over to showing him distance, I'm going to do it for much shorter because he seems like he's not as good with distance versus duration. So I'm taking a step away. Good boy. I'm returning and rewarding. Good boy. Break. So usually if I had like a smaller platform, I would try to circle around the dog, but since this one's a little longer, I'm gonna like play around with it right now, but if it gets too like annoying, we're just gonna get rid of this platform for now, and we're gonna do everything without the circling. So I'm gonna keep my food in front of his face here, and I'm gonna try to go around him. Yeah, so this thing's a little too long, so I'll show you a different example with a different dog on how to do it. Okay, so now that you saw that he's pretty good at holding it on the platform, we're gonna actually add the position on there, because he's just giving us what we want. He's holding it for short amounts of duration and for short distance. So now I'm gonna reset him, I'm gonna put him on there, and since he's giving us this SIT, I'm gonna actually bring him on there and tell him that word. I'm gonna bring him on there first. Sit, good boy. So now, once you give your dog a verbal command, you have to enforce it. So if he tries to get up from this sit, I'm gonna try to like move him back to where he needs to be. Good boy. Good boy. And I'm also gonna make sure that everything's much easier so he knows that he can't just get up on his own. Good boy. Break. Same thing, I'm gonna bring him on there and then I'm gonna tell him SIT. Sit. Good boy. I'm gonna add a little bit of that distance again, one step away. Good boy. Good boy. And now we're mixing both distance and duration because I'm making it hold longer and while I'm away. Good boy. Break. And if you have a dog that's just learning this, you want to make sure that when you release them, you're really close up to them, so they know that when you're far away, they should always wait until you come back. If you release them from far away too many times, the dog starts getting too excited of being rewarded far away, so they start jumping off earlier and earlier. So in the beginning, try not to do that. Break. All right, so now we're gonna take off the platform and we're gonna see how he does just on the ground. We're gonna start all over. I'm not gonna worry about him holding a sit or anything. I just want him to be in one location. If he sits, great, but I'm not gonna tell him to. Good boy. So we'll warm him up just like how we did earlier, just having him hold here. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. And then I'm gonna release him out of this. Break. And since we're not using the platform, the only thing I'm really showing is if you stay still, good boy reward, however many times. And then when I release you, I'm just gonna run backwards and you're gonna leave this stationary position. Good boy. Good boy. And he's looking at dogs over there, which is okay. He's not doing anything crazy. Break. Shot. Okay, so he seems a little warmed up. We'll add our little verbal right now. So let's move around a little bit first. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Break. All right, so staying still in front of the dog with duration is pretty easy. So let's see how he does with the distance. So I'm gonna move him around again because I was explaining. Break. All right, so let's see if he can tie those two concepts together from being on a bench and then now on the ground. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Break. All right, so for that one, I released him after just one good boy because I don't want to push it too far. Same thing, but this time I'll do two reps of distance. Sit. Good boy. So see how he's inching, right? So I blocked him a little bit with my body. Good boy. So I'm still watching. So if he does that, right, I want to make sure that he can't move out of the way. So I blocked him there. So I'm taking a step away. Good boy. I'm actually glad he showed that because I was like, man, this guy's just being perfect. Good boy. Break. Okay, so same thing. We're just going to do it again. This video is actually to show you how to fix a dog when they keep popping up. So he's not popping up that much because we warmed him up a lot, right? And he only popped up barely, but I was able to fix him. So you have to be fast too. So I'll move him a little bit. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Break. Okay, so one step away is very easy, so let's try to extend his distance a little bit, and we'll see if he can still handle it. If not, then we're going to stay at that and gradually build him up through the week. But right now we're going to just kind of test how far he can go. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. So I'm going to show him a picture from close up. I'm going to drop the leash. Good boy. Right, some dogs know when you drop the leash they're going to bolt off, so I'm showing him that even if I drop the leash, if you stay where you're at, we're just going to keep rewarding. Good boy. Break. Doing good, dude. All right, now let's try to add some distance. I needed to show him that real quick before I actually drop the leash. Good boy. Good boy. I dropped kibble there, so I want to make sure I stop him if he tries to grab it. Same thing, I'm going to show the leash drop. Good boy. Take a step away. Good boy. Take a couple more steps away. Good boy. Break. Cool. Let's do some more. See how far we can go with this. One thing I like to show the dog too is your back. So I'm going to move him a little bit. Sit. Good boy. Leash drop first. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Break. So the things I did there, showed him my back, took 3 steps away, took 3 steps away while facing away from him, and also dropping the leash. So we're just adding more and more as he gets more warmed up. Right now there's only in a single session, so next week is going to look very different. Sit. Good boy. All right, so at first I warmed him up with a lot of duration in front of him before I started stepping away. So now I'm going to just step away right now and let's see how he does. He's had many reps of it already, so let's see how he does. Turn my back. I'm going to mark from over here. I'm looking away from him, but I'm going to say it, then come back and reward. So good boy. He knows to hold that, and then I'm going to come back. So you saw here how he popped up. So that was actually my bad because I had bad reward placement where he felt like he had to come up to grab the food. So if they do that, what you should do is actually close your hand and not give it to them. I wasn't paying attention to him, so he did that, and now we're here. So we're going to redo that again for a perfect rep, and then we'll wrap it up after. Break. Cool. So all we're going to do on this one, I'm going to do it without explaining since I explained it already. I'm going to put him here, walk away, facing away from him, mark from over there, then come back and reward. Sit. Good boy. Saw how he got up, so I'm not going to give him that. We're going to redo that whole thing. I also did another thing that he didn't see yet, which was putting him in the sit, then walking away, then come back and reward. All the other ones, I reward him for the first sit, so he's not used to that. So that's also another reason why he's probably like following me, because he still knows I have the food in my hand and I didn't pay him for the initial action yet. So we'll do less distance. Good boy. Good boy. Break. That one was good, but let's do one more just to reinforce it. Sit. So I want to show him the return is going to reward him. Good boy. Break. All right, well, he didn't pop up as much as I hoped for, but I hope all these little tips and tricks are going to help you out with your stay. He showed some bits of popping up here and there, and I showed how to kind of push him each time. So take this up with your own training and see how it goes.